In a kingdom ruled by a mighty king, there was a magician in the royal court who had faithfully served the king for many years. As the magician grew older, he felt the need to pass on his magical knowledge to a new apprentice. Following the magician's request, the king selected a young boy to be trained in the magical arts. However, during the boy's journey to meet the magician, he encountered a wise and devout monk. Drawn to the monk's wise words, the boy often stopped to spend time with him. This habit caused the boy to consistently arrive late when meeting the magician, leading to the boy facing the magician's punishments. Frustrated by the consequences, the boy confided in the monk. The wise monk suggested that when the boy feared the magician's anger, he should say his family caused the delay, and when he feared his family's reaction, he should tell them the magician held him back. One day, as the boy continued his journey, a huge beast appeared, blocking the path for everyone. Determined to understand the true power between the magician and the monk, the boy held a stone in his hand and fervently prayed, "O Allah, if you love the monk more than the magician, make this creature go away so people can pass safely." Summoning his bravery, the boy threw the stone, instantly defeating the beast. With the obstacle gone, the people were thrilled and could continue their travels without fear. Excitedly, the boy shared the miraculous event with the monk, who recognized the boy's elevated spiritual status. The monk cautioned the boy about an upcoming challenging test and advised him not to reveal their connection. In the days that followed, the boy started to heal the blind and cure those suffering from various illnesses. The news of his extraordinary abilities reached a courtier who had lost his eyesight. Hoping for a cure, the courtier approached the boy, offering him riches in exchange for restoring his vision. The boy humbly explained that he didn't have the power to heal. It is only Allah who grants healing. He suggested that if the courtier truly believed in Allah, he should pray for recovery. Placing his trust in Allah, the courtier professed his faith, and miraculously, his sight was restored. Filled with gratitude, the courtier returned to the king, sitting by his side as before. The king, amazed by the courtier's regained eyesight, asked about the healer. The courtier boldly replied, "My lord and your lord is Allah." Infuriated by the courtier's response, the king subjected him to relentless torture until he revealed the name of the boy. The boy was brought before the king, who marveled at rumors of the boy's magical abilities and healing powers. Mockingly, the king asked, "Tell me, young boy, have you truly become a skilled magician capable of such wonders?" The boy firmly replied, "I do not have the power to heal anyone. It is Allah alone who grants healing." Enraged by the boy's unwavering faith, the king ordered his torture until he disclosed information about the monk. The monk was summoned and ordered to renounce his faith, but he steadfastly refused. In a cruel act, the king ordered a saw, and the monk's body was gruesomely cut in half, sacrificing his life for his steadfast faith. Next, the courtier, who remained steadfast in his belief, was brought forward. The king demanded that he renounce his religion, but the courtier also refused to waver. In a grim repetition of the previous act, the courtier faced the same merciless fate as the monk, torn asunder by the saw. In the end, it was the boy's turn to face the relentless pressure from the king. The king, resolute in breaking the boy's spirit, handed him over to a group of his courtiers. With a malicious smile, the king commanded them, "Take him to the highest peak of such and such mountain. Make him renounce his faith, and if he refuses, cast him down to his death." Following the ruler's orders, the courtiers led the boy to the mountain. Confronting imminent danger, the boy raised his hands in prayer, pleading, "O Allah, save me from them by any means you choose." To their astonishment, as the courtiers reached the mountain's peak, the ground beneath their feet trembled violently. The mountain quaked, and the courtiers were swiftly swallowed by the earth, meeting a sudden demise. Meanwhile, untouched and shielded by divine intervention, the boy calmly descended the mountain, returning to the king's presence. The king said to him, "What has happened to my soldiers?" He said, "Allah has saved me from them." He again handed him to some of his courtiers and said, "Take him and carry him in a small boat, and when you reach the middle of the ocean, ask him to renounce his religion, but if he does not renounce his religion, throw him into the water." So they took him, and he said, "O Allah, save me from them and what they want to do to me." It was quite soon that the boat turned over, and they were all drowned, and he came walking to the king. Filled with curiosity and unease, the king questioned the boy about what happened to those who accompanied him. The boy replied, "Allah has saved me from them," and then said to the king, "You cannot kill me until you do what I command you to do." Seeking clarification on the command, the king was informed by the boy, "Gather all the people in one place and tie me to the trunk of a tree. Take an arrow from my quiver and say, 'In the name of Allah, the Lord of the boy,' then shoot me. If you do this, you will be able to kill me." The king summoned the people to assemble, and the boy was securely tied to the trunk of a tree. With an arrow from the boy's quiver fixed to his bow, the king declared, "In the name of Allah, the Lord of the boy." He released the arrow, striking the boy's temple. The boy, placing his hand on the wound, peacefully passed away. Witnessing this miraculous event, the people exclaimed, "We believe in the Lord of this boy. We believe in the Lord of this boy." Informed of these developments, the king was confronted with the reality he had feared. All the people had embraced faith. In response, the king ordered trenches to be dug and filled with fire. He commanded that anyone refusing to turn back from the boy's religion be thrown into the fire or compelled to jump into it. Executing the king's orders, those steadfast in their faith were cast into the blazing inferno. In the midst of this terrifying scene, a woman approached with her child, hesitating to subject herself and her child to such a fate. Sensing his mother's uncertainty, the child spoke, "O mother, endure this ordeal, for you are on the right path." Moved by her child's innocent and unwavering conviction, the woman found strength within herself. With resolute faith, she willingly embraced the flames. In the face of unbearable trials and the scorching flames of persecution, the unwavering faith of the boy, the monk, the courtier, and the courageous woman and her child serves as a profound testament to the resilience and strength granted by Allah. Their sacrifices illuminate the path of steadfastness and devotion to the one true God, inspiring generations to come. May their stories serve as a beacon of guidance, reminding us all of the enduring power of faith, even in the darkest moments, and the ultimate triumph of truth over tyranny. Allah's mercy and justice prevail, and those who endure trials for His sake find solace and eternal reward in the hereafter.